Shooting USA is brought to you by Hornady Security and the new Ammo Cabinet. Keep your ammunition secure and organized and free up room in your gun safe with the Modular Ammo Cabinet by Hornady Security.
Welcome again to the Shooting USA YouTube channel. We're glad you're here. We have a new way for you to see full-length current Shooting USA episodes. We now have a Patreon. There are 2 years worth of episodes there waiting for you, in addition to the Shooting USA watch-along videos. We've done one with Nils Jonasson, and we have several scheduled as new shows are released. There's a link in this video's description. Now, here's the content.
This time, it's high action in run and gun competition with pistol, rifle, and shotgun. It's the USPSA National Championships with tactical shooting competition for every gun in the arsenal. It's the 3-Gun Nationals in this edition of Shooting USA.
Shooting USA's Championship Series, the race for the national titles in America's top shooting sports.
The United States Practical Shooting Association considers their run and gun competition the extreme sport of all the shooting disciplines. 20 years ago, the USPSA was organized for practical competition, rewarding both speed and accuracy with a full-power handgun. More recently, the game expanded with the question, if you're fast with your pistol, how good are you with your AR and your shotgun? And that was the beginning of the 3-Gun Nationals. This is the venue for the best practical shooters in the world to strut their stuff with pistol, rifle, and shotgun. This is Paso Park, and this is 3-Gun. As president of the USPSA, Michael Voigt understands the appeal of using equipment that the shooters already own.
A lot of the different people that we have got rifles, pistols, shotguns. USPSA has normally been a pistol game for the most part, but everybody's got an AR-15 in a closet that they don't get to shoot too much.
There are two divisions of 3-Gun, the limited division and the open. Open division shooters have little restriction on the equipment they may use. For pistol, any 9mm or greater caliber with porting and compensators as well as optics. Limited division shooters have a few key restrictions. First, all guns must be production, meaning the complete gun or major component must have been available to the public for 1 year and have a production run of at least 500 units. There may be no porting, compensators, or optics. Shotguns, both open and limited, must be 20 gauge or greater with no restriction on weight, trigger pull, or maximum barrel length. The limited shotgun must meet the same guidelines as limited pistols to be considered production and have a capacity limited to 9 rounds. Open shotguns are allowed compensators and porting, as well as speed loaders and, of course, optics. Capacity for open, 11 rounds. The rifles in 3-Gun must all be .223 caliber or larger. Limited rifles must meet the production gun requirement. They are allowed a compensator, but not longer than 3 inches, and no optics or bipod. The open division rifle may have any size compensator and porting, as well as optics and a bipod. The regular USPSA scoring rules apply here. Troy McManus is the match director.
The way we score is Comstock scoring, which is the points you shot on the targets divided by the time you shot it in. And basically your hit factor works out to be points per second. That number is then taken and graded on a curve, so to speak. It's statistically normalized against the guy that shot the highest hit factor, and we derive match points from there. But if you shoot a good hit factor, you're pretty much going to be in the top on the stage.
In simplest terms, you need to be fast and accurate and work out a solid strategy for each stage. Coming up, we'll see how some of those strategies play out at the USPSA 3-Gun Nationals coming next.
Shooting USA and the National Championship Series is brought to you by Smith & Wesson, American-made, American-owned.
At the 3-Gun Nationals, there are 2 division championships being contested. The limited championship, shot with iron sights, and the open division that permits all the enhancements, including compensators and, of course, red dot optics. And in either division at the Nationals, the stages of fire are divided to provide separate challenges for each of the 3 guns. First up, pistol. At the 3-Gun Nationals, the USPSA continues their tradition of dynamic, interactive stage design. Case in point, the pistol stage, Trailer Park Blues. Jerry Michalik is first on the stage in the open division. Adam Carlson's ammo feeding problem knocks him off the pace. But it would be Michael Voigt posting the quickest time on this stage, the only shooter to break into the mid-11s. The limited division competitors are next on the stage. Bruce Pyatt is the leadoff man. Benny Cooley is just a tick faster than Bruce and looks to be in control. Taryn Butler sets a new par time for the limited division, but picks up 2 penalties, putting him 8th overall for the stage. The next pistol stage is Primal Scream. Matt Burkett is in the hunt with this run, posting a time of 11 seconds and 69 hundredths. Benny Cooley keeps the limited match tight, shooting his way into the mid-12s. Benny is the only limited shooter in the 12s with no penalties, putting him on top for the stage. Michael Voigt appears to be the fastest on Primal Scream.
What happened, Mike?
The bullet went through the white guy. I got a little excited going from here to there.
That white guy is a no-shoot target, resulting in a penalty, which opens the door for Jerry. But Mike's time would hold up. 1 penalty is not enough to knock him out of first place on the stage. The next 3 pistol stages are all shot on the same range consecutively. First up is left-hand window, which requires shooters to shoot left-handed. Next is B-zone moment of truth, designed to challenge the shooter with hard cover targets and no-shoots. Finally, it's right-hand window, similar to left-hand window, but obviously with the right hand doing the shooting. And Taryn Butler is starting to create a lead over the rest of the limited shooters. Jerry Michalik keeps the heat on the open division with these runs. But it would be Michael Voigt edging Jerry out by virtue of fast shooting and higher target scores. And next up, from the 3-Gun Nationals, the rifle stages.
Shooting USA's coverage of the Championship Series is brought to you by Federal Premium Ammunition, because every shot counts. You're watching Shooting USA and the Championship Series of America's Gun Sports.
The rifle competition in 3-gun can be shot with anything from .223 on up in centerfire. But the choice is almost always one of the high-quality AR-15 semi-autos. And in the open division, they can be very trick. And the scoring is the same, rewarding accuracy and speed. The rifle stages of the 3-gun nationals present very different challenges for the shooters. There are fast-paced run-and-gun stages, and then there is the stage called Robert's Standards, a long-range challenge that forces the shooters into different firing positions for each string. Jerry's strings of fire are smooth as glass and put him into a tie with Voigt for 4th on the stage, thanks in part to his DPMS rifle.
When I go on my rack and pick an AR, this is the one I want to bring out and shoot. So it's been really a good gun. What I like about it the most is when I pick it up, I know it's going to run. I put good ammo in it. It's just a good, solid gun, and it shoots repeatable. Stays on the target. Matter of fact, when it was new, it would shoot about 3/4 of an inch at 200.
Stand by!
Next up in the rifle match is a stage that will look familiar. Trailer Park Blues again. Matt Burkett gets things going. Michael Voigt looks fast on this pass, but might be a little too deliberate. Jerry Michlik, on the other hand, seems to shoot almost unconsciously, besting Voigt's time by over a second. Todd Jarrett is shooting in the open division. Todd is always on the leading edge with his equipment, and the sighting system on his open division rifle is no exception.
So what happens is, if I'm going to be shooting a long distance shot with the scope here, and let's say that I had transition from a long shot, maybe from 150 out to 300 or further, and come back in and shoot in close target, I just turn the gun sideways into a target, and basically there's a red dot on there, and I have it set for 25 yards.
The next challenge in the rifle match is robbery in progress. Michael Voigt leads off, engaging the poppers set 75 yards downrange, the last of which activates a swinging target, followed by a short sprint and 7 more paper targets out at 80 yards. Jerry Michlik has his game face on for this run, besting Voigt again in both target score and the time. Limited shooter Bruce Pyatt has his DPMS rifle running great, but a misplaced shot opens the door for Taryn Butler. All of Taryn's shots on robbery in progress are on target, and as usual, his run is fast. The last rifle stage is Sorry We're Open, and by now Taryn Butler is on cruise control, driving to another stage win and the top spot for limited rifle. Jerry's in excellent form on the stage and has put himself in position to take first place overall for open rifle. Michael Voigt knows he has ground to make up, and his run shows it. This pass gives Voigt first for the stage, but it's not enough to knock Michlik out of first overall in open rifle. And after the break, it's the last piece in the 3-gun trifecta, shotgun. Here's a question. How do I get my Super Black Eagle ready for 3-gun competition? Well, the first change would be adding magazine capacity from 3 rounds up to as many as 11 rounds in a mag extension that would be longer than the barrel. But that would be just the first of what you'd want to shoot in the open division of the 3-gun nationals, where the stages of fire are as much about reloading as shooting. Practical shotgun shooting has its own set of unique challenges, one of which is reloading on the fly.
You want to try to make a stage that's a shooting challenge. And part of shooting is being able to reload your weapon effectively and quickly.
Open division shotgunners are allowed to use speed loaders, a provision that is not always an advantage. Adam Carlson demonstrates the proper technique.
You're able to load 4 rounds in the stick in the shotgun in just about the same time it takes someone to reach down, grab one out of their belt, and put it in the shotgun. If I were to retrieve it out of my pouch, one's going to take you about that time to load. Otherwise, with a speed loader here, and you're in, and it's done. So it's a much quicker process.
The stage Flash and Splash demands polished reloads and fast footwork from both divisions of shooters. Todd Jarrett surprises himself with this run.
Hit it! Coming low! That was good! That was good!
Michael Voigt shoots Flash and Splash clean and fast. But it would be Jerry Mitchlick shooting fastest on the stage in the open division.
How'd you do, Jerry?
That was a good one. I wouldn't reshoot it.
Taryn Butler opens things up with his limited shotgun. Top shooter in the limited division on Flash and Splash is Benny Cooley, 2 seconds faster than Butler. On the stage called Clones, there's a 2-man race developing for the open division, and it is now too close to call. Michael Voigt sets the pace. Jerry Mitchlick is in the race on Clones with a customary smooth, fast run. But this extra shot will cost him, and his reaction tells the tale. Jerry is 2 seconds off the pace. Taryn Butler takes a calm and collected approach to Clones on his way to another stage win and the overall title for the limited division.
You can be very fast, but you won pistol, rifle, and shotgun, and obviously the match, and a big margin on top.
Just practicing, trying to be consistent, got my shotgun situated, and Finally got a good rifle that's pretty accurate. Just try to be consistent. Got off to a really bad start on pistol, which is what I'm strong on, and Benny's always rifle god, and he always will be. And so to give it up on pistol in the beginning, I was like, oh, what am I doing, you know? And luckily, he gave it up on rifle, so we kind of had a reversal of fortune, I call it. So that's kind of like what happened.
Reversal of fortune indeed, and the good fortune spreads into the open division for Michael Voigt, out shooting Jerry Michalik by the narrowest of margins to take his 7th championship.
We shot a pretty good battle on the pistol event the first day. The second day we shot most of the rifle, and apparently I didn't want to win very much. I had a few really bad stages, and Jerry had a few unbelievably great stages.
Well, a 7th national championship in this sport. That's got to be an all-time record. You got to be the master of 3-gun.
I'm good with that. I'm okay with that.
Well, you've made it to the end of another Shooting USA video on YouTube, and for that, we thank you. It does help the channel if you subscribe, like, and comment, and that will help us keep the content coming.